enforcer out here as it relates to offense. But you may see in the description box, I got to join. To join now, all you have to do is click on that link. So if you're on the Facebook panel, if you are watching from Phantom, EBSN online, if you're watching from D Dallas Prospect Network or D Dallas Prospect Show, if you're watching from that platform, if you're watching from Big Game James and also my guy, Silver and Blue Nation, click on that link. You can jump right on in and you can talk with me as we talk about the Dallas Cowboys. Now, this is the ground rule. You got to be able to mute yourself because when you jump in, I don't want to hear all the echo because you will get the boot. And also, if you please, if you jump in, just have some good internet. Just don't try to jump in with that bad, poor internet because I will talk about you with that. So this is what we're going to talk about. You guys should see the link. I'm going to post it in the chat box over here. Shout out to you, Boomer Sooner. For being the first person that's on the Law Nation 2.0 page. I only have about 15 minutes. I got to really run, but I got the link in the description box. It should be somewhere above. If you want to jump in, let me know and we can start talking about the Dallas Cowboys and the whole nine. So it is what it is. So like I said, just if you jump in, please just mute yourself. But Tavon Austin, I'm telling you guys, the ability to take the top off the defense is everything. And shout out to everybody who followed the page, who've been with me since day one. You guys see the Law Nation 2.0 page is already at 954 followers. I really appreciate that. Growing the page, growing the nation. You guys know how this thing goes. Salute to Cowboys X Factor. I see you up in there. Number 2, I guess, you made it number 2. And on the Facebook panel, we live like 95, man. Let's get this thing up to 1,000 subscribers on the Law Nation 2.0 page. Scott, what's going on? Rodriguez, man, shout out to you. Jeffrey Jerome Watson, man, salute to you, my brother. Who else we got over here? Christopher Lee, thank you for tuning in. Bobby McLean, what's up, man? Everything is up right now. Everything is on the up and up. This is the thing with Tavon Austin. I want to say that he can be the key. He can be the X factor for this team as far as speed, as far as those reverse sweep. I do know that we're tired of seeing the reverse sweep, but Tavon Austin, he can take the top off the defense, and he will be able to count for 2 people now out there on the field because we already know teams are going to try to craft and plan around of stopping Ezekiel Elliott. But now you got a guy, even if you go with a weird formation that is having pretty much a 3 running back setup, you can do that too as well. I know it sounds like a room of many running backs out there. Oh, also, when you join in, you have to have, I guess, Google Chrome because it's a Hangout Google type of link. So if you guys see the Hangout link, jump on. Where you at? Shout out to y'all, man. Matthew, what's up, man? Thank you for tuning in to the nation. This is the thing, guys. When you're talking about the aspect of moving Tavon Austin, whether or not he's playing inside or is he playing backfield in the backfield, backfield to backfield, you know what I mean? Playing in the backfield. This is what you can do with that. It's going to bring in that safety. And then on top of that, do you go with a stronger linebacker core in that group? To me personally, this defense that we have to play, well, defenses have to play against this, they will have to go into a nickel. Because if you have your traditional setup, you can be kind of slow out there. And that extra linebacker that your defense have out there could be a detriment to your team because now you're talking about speed. Ezekiel Elliott got speed. Rod Smith, he's more of a polished guy. He can flex out too as well, catching the ball out of the backfield. So are you really going to put your linebacker on him? Not everybody have a Reuben Foster. Not everybody have a Jalen Smith when Jalen Smith will have that can trail the receiver upfield. Shout out to you too as well, Adoba. I think that's how you say your name. Thank you for tuning in to the nation. It's always a plus seeing you guys, new faces, new names out there. But let me know too as well how long you guys been following the channel, how long you guys been following the network, and this sort of thing, because that brings volumes to this network altogether. And also tell me where you guys are from, whether it be South Texas or South Florida. We got people from California too, as well as here in Canada. So we got people all across the globe that tunes in to this show tonight. I'm going to be breaking down the one hand catch that my guy number 80 caught the other day. I think that is remarkable in a sense. Chris, man, shout out to you as well. Matthew, you guys are from the UK. That's what I'm talking about. And I got a brother from Australia. What's going on, man? Thank you for tuning in. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you guys for tuning in. Michael Winchester, what's good, man? Shout out to you, North Delaware, man. All right, so we're going to go back to this whole notion of what I'm talking about as far as Robert. I see you, Robert. Appreciate you for tuning in. This is the thing. When we talking about what Lucky Whitehead was able to do, right? Bring that guy around when you do your reverse sweeps. We can argue the fact that this guy, Tavon Austin, is light years ahead of Lucky Whitehead, right? And I think that he's serviceable enough to utilize him in so many ways, so many functions of this particular offense. And then I got to jump over to defense because my time is just running away from me. I wish I had more time. Don't forget, guys, to share this information. Share. That helps me out tremendously. But this is the thing with the defense. And we got Malik Collins back. He passed the PUP. He's not going to be on that. He passed the quote unquote physical test, whatever they have to have him to do. He was able to pass that. And now you're talking about, okay, now we got a guy that we can finally match up with a Dayton Jones, because we know Dayton Jones been balling out of control in this offseason, and we heard about number 64. So this Saturday, I want everybody to circle number 64 and see. I don't know if Malik Collins is going to play this week, and I think he's going to play for the dress rehearsal. But, you know, we can now circle number 64, and you can put in and have your mind of what Malik Collins is going to do too as well. Because I think that the Wood combination and Malik Collins will work out. And then under that rotational piece, you put in a Dayton Jones, an explosive guy who got weird, wicked type of, I said wicked, wicked type of strength that can impose his will on players. And we saw him beat out Tyron Smith. We saw him beat out Travis Frederick. We saw him beat out Zach Martin. He pretty much whooped everybody's tail on that line. So I'm really high on Dayton Jones. And did I mention too about this number 74? I don't know what number he's going to wear during the regular season, but I don't think he's going to wear number 74. There's Dorrance Armstrong Jr. This guy, explosive, got the bend, he can get around to the edge, got subtle speed. I like the pressure that he can bring out there, and it's going to be something special. I do know that also in our secondary, I got to touch on that because my time is running away too as well. The secondary, Jeff Heath, I think he's hurt or injured, what have you. So I don't know whether or not this is going to bring in the talks of what we can do with an Earl Thomas. I know that we don't like to hear this Earl Thomas, but this is the only thing that I have about this team, the reservation piece. The reservation still falls on the secondary. I can trust Rob Marinelli with the front four. Anytime you make a guy named Selvey, or however you say his name, be formidable, and if you can get Benson Mayo 6 sacks, come on now. I know that Rob Marinelli, all he had to focus on this year alone is that front four, and Chris Richard is going to work on the secondary and sprinkle in some of the things with that linebacker core. Come on. I think that this team is going to be a hitting top 10 defense all throughout the year, not just talking about because we ranked 8th overall last year, right? But our third down defense was just horrible. We was 27 or 28 on third down. So I think that this team is better than that, and I hope that they can improve me right. You know what I mean? Shout out to Chris Torres, man. San Antonio in the house. Who else we have? Wiley, Texas. Boomer Sooner. Shout out to you too as well. Running Bear. I like that name. Been watching you about a year now. San Antonio, Texas all day. That's what I'm talking about. Leon Felton, what's going on? What's up, Law Nation? He's from the Crete, Greece. I think that's how you say it. You all the way from Greece watching this thing. Buck Bureau, live like 95 all day. Yes, DU. I love that. DU up in here, man. What's up, man? Shout out to you, Matthew. We need more depths at safety. Yes, I can agree with you on that. Yes, we do need help out there on safety. DeJuan Booker, the third, not the first, not the second, the third. What's up? Chris Covington guy. I think Chris Covington, that's a good question. I really think that the only way that he can spotlight on this team if he just show out during this preseason as it relates to. Oh, we got somebody in, man. Who we got over here, man? We got somebody in the mix. Come on. Gabriel, what's going on? Let me know when you're ready, Gabriel. Just say something. But we're going to talk about Chris Covington. Chris Covington, he's one of those guys. Don't be shy, too, as well, when you jump on to the line. I'm not going to do nothing. I promise you, these teeth, they are sharp. I'm not going to bite today. But neither here nor there. Chris Covington, the way that he can make this team is through special team. We really need his help out there because we do know that we got rid of some special team guys before. Hey, come on, Gabriel. I see you down in the box, man. If you don't want to jump in or not, I'm gonna give you 5, 4, 3, 2. I gotta mute you, man. Gotta mute you. All right, so Gabriel, he jumped into the line, but he didn't jump on the line, so we're going to have to get rid of him. Sorry, Gabriel. Call back again. Thank you for tuning in, though. Kerry Teagle, what's going on, man? E, what do you know about the wide receiver Carrington who signed? Number 4, I forgot what school he came from. I think that this is the thing. I'm glad you brought it up. See, that's what I need help with you guys. You know, I get off of work, my mind be rumbling and going all different types of ways. This is the thing. We heard whispers. Don't forget, guys, I got the link everywhere. I'm going to post the link. I'm going to repost the link in the chat box so that you guys can jump in and chime in too as well. Mike was messing up. Okay, Gabriel, you just call back in and see if you can get that mic together. All right, so this is the thing. I only got like maybe 4 or 5 minutes now, but I'm going to try to squeeze it to 10. All right, so this is the thing. We picked up a guy named June as a wide receiver help, and we picked up this Covington. I can think I got this guy's name again already. His name is Carrington. I'm about to say Covington. Carrington. We heard whispers and noise of maybe Cole Beasley. They shopping for Cole Beasley. We heard the same echoes that was cast out down the minis of the same time for Orlando Scandrick. We heard about the same thing during this time, and Orlando Scandrick got all butthurt and stuff like that. We understand what happened to him today. I think the Redskins gave him the boot, but neither here nor there. We talking about Cole Beasley. Do you guys think, put down in the chat box, are the Dallas Cowboys really shopping him around? Are the Dallas Cowboys really got the philosophy of saying to themselves, hey, when a wide receiver get long in the tooth, who does Gabriel? Say something, Gabriel. I see you jump back in. Are the wide receiver play, is this all on Cole Beasley? Are they willing to get rid of Cole Beasley to bring in somebody young, somebody new, somebody who can fit this type of system? Because the argument for get rid of Ryan Switz is because you got too many Ryan Switz already. You got a Cole Beasley at the time, and you have Ryan Switz, and you had some other short receiver out there. So I don't know whether or not this team is trying to just squeeze out Cole Beasley. I don't know for sure, but let me know, because he didn't fly out to the 49ers. Well, he didn't fly, but he didn't go to the 49ers game, and he's been injured majority of this off season. So let me know, guys, in the comment section down below or in the chat box. Brandon Marquez, what's going on? Keep cold, and I'm all down for keeping cold. Nash, what's going on? Hey, Law, any update on the primary channel? Nevertheless, good to see you here. No update on the primary channel. I go live on Law Nation 2.0, and then everybody on the primary channel will hear this being ricocheted down the line. So let me jump back over to the Facebook panel. I really thank you for that question, Kerry. Eric, what's up? He said, this is my first season. I had no idea these type of shows exist till now. Make it better, fan. Yes. I appreciate you, Eric. Always, man. Always. It's always a wonderful experience hearing your feedback, hearing what you have on your mind. That's always a plus. It's always a pleasure, man. Robert, you said this is from the Facebook panel. I apologize in advance for those who are Big Game James page, Phantom, EBSN Online, and also D Dallas Prospect Show. I'm not able to read your comments. I'm figuring out a way where I can merge everybody comments all in one. There is an app that I can use. Maybe I can post that in the link too, so that people can just all join in that app, and I can read everybody's conversation and everybody's thoughts and what's on their minds, what's on their soul, and what's on their thoughts about this team, whether or not we're going to win or whether or not we're going to lose, whether or not Dak Prescott is down, so whether or not Ezekiel Elliott can punch it through, or do anybody believes in Chris Richard. That type of conversation that goes along in the comment sections, maybe I'll be able to reach out and like AT&T and touch you guys with my thoughts and my opinions and my views of things. But also, okay, who else we have here? Kerry Teagle, it says, yes, sir. Run through the YouTube, watch this clip. Yeah, run through the YouTube and watch these clips. Yes, indeed. Let me jump back over to the Facebook panel. No wide receiver is safe since Dez was kicked out. This is from the Running Bear. It is what it is. If they got rid of Dez Bryant, whether it be the guy who's too long in the tooth, or whether or not he digressed in certain ways and fashions, or whether or not he just was a round peg that was trying to go into a square hole, or a square peg trying to go into a round hole, whether or not he just didn't fit what the Cowboys was doing, still his production on the field was top, far as collective in the last 2 years, we can say. But sometimes in a relationship, when you move on, you kind of look back and say, man, that was a beautiful relationship, but we will be better by just moving forward and seeing who we can develop. Now we're falling in love with number 13. Michael Gallup, my guy, he's already seasoned as a route runner, not trying to sully or denigrate Dez Bryant, but we see the nuances that he used, the little small ends of the techniques when you're running your route, whether or not you squeeze out of your break, whether or not you use your body, your arms, or big, massive arms to separate and still be able to create space within that route. You don't have to always be a burner. One can argue the fact that when Antonio Brown came out, he wasn't like the fastest guy in the world, but that short area quickness are things that you can say, hey, this wide receiver can make my quarterback better, just by being able to create space with inside. And then we saw that. And I can't wait to break down this play. I saw some bombs from Dak Prescott to number 17. Number 17, he's a big guy too as well. Allen Hurns. We got some big physical wide receivers. Maybe, just maybe, when Cole Beasley looked out there, he said, my God, these guys are big, and they can put in the thing is, too, it's funny because Allen Hurns primarily plays into the slot. And now that you got a guy that's primarily in the slot, Cole Beasley like, hey, coach, I know I can't play that well on the outside, but can I get my slot position back? Then they said that's why we got Tavon Austin to sprinkle him in the slot, and then to sprinkle Allen Hurns into the slot. And then I mentioned about Michael Gallup. He can move him anywhere. He can play the X, the Y, the Z. He can play it all. So we got tons of receiver that's hitting out there, and these guys are big, physical guys. They don't allow you to punk them on the line. I saw a play the other day. Byron Jones. If you're playing passive on these guys, they will eat your lunch and say, okay, where the dessert? Because that's how they play. I saw, go back on the film session that I broke down the other day, yesterday or late last night, and Byron Jones tried to do a subtle push off that line, and Allen Hurns just politely, get that hand out of my face, get that hand out of my body, because you want to keep your chest clean as a wide receiver, and when the DB try to redirect, it wasn't going to happen on him. You got to come out with a full plan to redirect these guys. Allen Hurns, Michael Gallup, the other guy, my guy number 14, Lance Lenore. He's shorter out of those guys, but he still got the short area quickness. You can argue this fact right here. All three of those guys are pretty much the same person. I think Michael Gallup got a little bit more quickness into the inside of his routes. I think Allen Hurns is a little bit stronger. And then your guy number 17, with number 14, Lance Lenore is a little quicker on the long ball, but he can find those short areas. And you guys seeing him doing a toe tap. And after me explaining all this about the wide receiver core, think about this. Tavon Austin, he's going to take the top off the defense. Remember, look at the name of the message that I have today. Tavon Austin might just be the key for everything. That boy can just take the top off of his defense. And then I'm talking about this, and I failed to mention Terrence Williams. Terrence Williams, of all people, you got a seasoned, glorified number 2 receiver that if you put him into the slot, I think that he can still get some type of respect out of the slot. He giving him a free release. His speed is not like Huff or sussed out there. He can still get speed and create separation that way. So his only problem is that can he catch the ball, when it's thrown to him. And I'm thinking that he's working on that, guys. I really do think that. Let me reach over. I got this little 15 minutes, the longest 15 minutes ever. All right, so what we have here, Howell the third, who is the big wide receiver law. I just said it. Those guys they sneaky big, man. If you look at Allen Hurns, some clips when he have his T-shirt on, you're like, okay, I can bow him up. But when he put those pads on, boy got some muscles, man. He can get that separation. He can slap that hand out of the way. And Allen Hurns, the same type of build. Tavon Austin, he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he's quick. I don't think these guys are soft at all. All these guys got some type of strength to them. And I think that that's how they're winning out there. They're winning by using their physical talent. And the only person who's just like burning, taking off the top is Tavon Austin. And I love that sprinkle. So if I'm Cole Beasley, you're like, hey, coach, where you can put me in at, And I think that this is just me. I'm just thinking this. Tavon Austin is taking Cole Beasley's lunch. He's taking his reps from him. And they're sitting here saying to themselves, if we got Tavon Austin and we got Lance Lenore, and do you really want to find ways to take reps from these guys? Because we know what Cole Beasley was doing. But let's sprinkle in a Noah Brown. Hell, let's get that big old guy up in there too as well when he gets back. Let's talk about Malik McHale. I think they say his name is 6'9" guy. Mikael McKay, but I think that's how you say his name. Tavon Austin is 5'9" on a good day. The boy looks like he's 5'8", 5'7", but he's quick. Who else we have here? Chris Shaw, yeah. Hurns, he said Hurts, but Hurns is 6'2" or 6'3". That's a big guy to put in the inside. He's just a big wide receiver. Let me go over to the Facebook panel, the elite over here. Tommy, man, what's going on, man? I see you, Tommy. I didn't see it. I feel what you're saying. Louise, what's going on? Cut Rico. This is the thing with Rico. Lance is slow. This is from Nash. Man, forget speed. Jerry Rice, he was never a burner, but Jerry Rice, when the game was on, he found ways to just still catch those slant routes. He ran a 4.6 something. Jerry Rice, he wanted to grab. I'm not calling Lance Lenore Jerry Rice, but don't fall in love too much with that 40 time. And as well as Michael Irvin, we know that Michael Irvin was not the fastest guy in the world. Alvin Harper would just blow Michael Irvin out of the woodshed. But when Michael Irvin caught the ball, he's kind of sort of like number 13. Not 13 is kind of like Michael Irvin. Possessive guy, catches the ball, pluck it out of the sky, and physical all the way down. We used to say with Michael Irvin, you guys got me off my point, but I got to talk about Michael Irvin. Forget Rico. But Michael Irvin was the guy that the NFL started to say, okay, this guy's physical. He's physical. He's in the face. He's in the face of the receiver and of the DB, and he's grabbing and pulling. Aeneas Williams is crying and complaining. And I seen Michael Irvin kill and beat down Deion Sanders And to this day, I'm still mad about that '94 championship game, NFC championship game, when Deion Sanders did all of what he could, and the refs swallowed their whistle because he was pass interference all draped all over Mike Irvin, and they never called it. But neither here nor there. Mike Irvin and Michael Gallup are that physical guy. I wish that, I don't wish this on nobody, but I kind of wish it on Michael Gallup, that he could just take that 13 off and he wear number 88, so Mike Irvin can just say it one time and say, "That's my son, that's my son." I want Mike Irvin to say that so bad, because the kid reminds me of Michael, believe it or not, but he's a little bit faster than Michael, and I'll say that. But let me go back over here to talk about Rico before I got 3 minutes. Don't forget, guys, to like this content, share this page. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in to the nation. We're going to do a little Rico talk. Rico, best route runner ever. Oh, no, Jerry Rice, best route runner ever. Okay, I feel you, Robert Home. I think that's how you say your last name. Yeah, Jerry Rice is one of the best route runners ever. But still, give me Mike Irvin. Hell with Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice had Joe Montana for a couple of years. You know what I mean? Can you imagine if Mike Irvin had Joe Montana? Come on now. No shade at Troy Aikman. No shade at Troy Aikman, but come on now. Come on now. And then also Jerry Rice was in a pass happy offense. But neither here nor there. Rico Gathers. I want Rico Gathers on his team. I don't care what it is. I do know that everybody's so gun-ho on blocking and stuff like that. You could teach that down the line. You just cannot teach 6'7", 6'8". And on this film that I'm going to break down later on tonight, I'm going to show you guys, this guy got to be 6'8". There's no way. I saw him, we measured LVE at 6'4.5", 6'5". This was the guy that was holding him on that play. Rico looked like he was still like 4 or 5 inches, just way taller than this guy, LVE. So with that being said, man, that's something nice, man. That's really is something nice, man. Rico Gathers Daily highlights here. Shout out to you and your stream name on YouTube, man. That's what's it, man. Guys, don't forget, guys, like this content, share this page, subscribe to the Phantom, subscribe to EBSN Online. Also, subscribe to Silver and Blue Nation. Man, check out their logo too as well. Big Game James, subscribe to this page. D Dallas Prospect, Okoye Media, Mark Holmes, Joe Boo, Shango Live too as well. D Dallas Prospect Show, D Dallas Cowboys show. I think that's how you say his name. But Shango Live, just type in Shango and you'll find his page. Foots the King, Botch Lombardi, my God, my brother from another mother, from the same home skillet. Subscribe to his page. Also, hey, still subscribe to Law Nation and Law Nation 2.0. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers on my Law Nation 2.0. And also help me get to 50,000 subscribers on my Law Nation's page. Let's grow this thing, baby. Let's get on out of here. Don't forget about the Patreon. People want to ask me, where can they go to watch the game? I'm talking about the game. It's Patreon, and I got an Instagram. Oh man, thank you for showing me all the love, all the hearts. I see you. Don't forget to do that too as well, guys. That's all the time I have for today. I promise you, I really thank you guys for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Let's jam on out, baby. Yeah. Law Nations Podcast. It's LAW Nation. And remember, hey,